So this is my PTR 9CT, an Elite Blackout Cerakote by Arms LLC. This isn't the first firearm I've had go through them. Right here is an Uzi, cerakoted in graphite black, just as comparison for the two blacks. That sounded kind of racist. But anyways, I chose to have my PTR 91C cerakoted because it came in the traditional style HK coating, paint over park, but they didn't do it as fine as HK, and there's some other mistakes that they made that we'll get into. So this is Elite Blackout. It is black. It's a very classy, fine black to my eyes. I think this looks really good for like higher end firearms, whereas a graphite black would look better for things like Uzis, AKs, just in my opinion, because I think it looks more, I don't know, looks more the part for these types of firearms. However, for like HKs and stuff, I think Elite Blackout does look better on them. And also, Elite Blackout does offer some advantages. You can't really, off topic, but you can't really see it too well right now with the light going on. I have this little mat in back of these guns to kind of cut down on some of the reflections so you can get a better picture here. But to my eyes right now, this looks much more black than it's picking up on camera, as well as with the Uzi. And that's just something that you're gonna have to deal with cameras. So yeah. So I decided to have this cerakoted because I wasn't too down with that original color. Then I painted it white, and then Grantham came out with his video on his MP5, so I decided to go that route. So I tried to take the paint back off, the white paint, and I used some just regular shit you'd use to take off paint. However, the whole gun was mostly fine when I started doing that, but right around here, the paint was starting to bubble up, which would lead me to believe that the integrity of the original coating was not up to par. It was probably a very good coating, but I don't know. This looks better. I wanted to cerakote it originally. I didn't have an excuse, so I kind of made an excuse and just did it. But as you can see, I mean, it looks fine. These cannot be easy to cerakote. These roller delayed blowbacks because of all these tight spaces. I mean, it might be, but to me, I just don't think that it would be easy, but it looks great. Charger Arms is someone that I've been using for a while. They've coated 4 different firearms of mine. I'll keep using them, and much like a tattoo artist, I think that you should stay with the same person because you know their work and they kind of get a vibe for you. When I got this cerakoted, I wanted it to be done in graphite black just because of the reasons I just explained. However, Charger Arms, they went ahead and cerakoted the bolt in Elite Blackout. Now from the website, Elite Blackout offers more lubricant properties and is a more durable finish. So that's quite an advantage. Now I would never ask him to do this simply because I wouldn't want him to have to use 2 different cerakotes just for something that small. I think it would be too much of a hassle to ask, but they went ahead and did it anyways and cerakoted that. So I think that's really cool of them to take that into consideration and do that, because that's not something that I would have really thought of nor asked to do, just out of, I don't know, being polite and not wanting to ask too much of somebody. But yeah, I'm highly impressed with everything that Charger Arms does. Now keep in mind, when you do cerakote firearms, it's not going to be the most durable finish in the world. It is extremely durable. Don't expect your firearms not to ever scratch. I mean, you'll see Mac on TV take his firearms and rub them against trees and stuff to show how strong cerakote is. The fact of the matter is, when you have metal on metal, you're going to have issues regardless if it's cerakote or anything else, even nitride treatments. I have some nitride firearms, and even those are wearing down to the white of the metal in some spots, just because metal on metal is going to wear down just about anything. Now, with that being said, these cerakote jobs that I have done by Charger Arms, have been extremely durable. My whole goal is to get a perfect, nice finish on a firearm to begin with, and if it gets scratched up or beat up from there, that's fine. It's just going to look cooler, but I want to start off on track. So a lot of times I'll be at the range and have to move to a different bay because I want to shoot at different stuff or whatever, or I'm just moving around or transporting things. It's not uncommon for me to have 2 guns in a bag just laying like that. It's not uncommon for me to have, I don't know, a firearm laying on the ground on top of a rock for a photo or something. I've never had any issues with Cerakote at all, scratching or anything like that, which is quite impressive to me, having 2 firearms rubbed together in a bag together and still have absolutely no scratches or anything. So I think that just proves the durability of Cerakote and the professionalism of Charger Arms and how they take the time before actually applying the Cerakote to get it right. So Charger Arms, I'll use them again. I think that they are excellent. Even with me mailing these firearms to him out of state, I'm still getting these back at a super fast speed. I mean, with coronavirus going on now and with SHOT Show 2 years ago, I still got them back. They're a small company. They do contract with other companies and they do have individual customers. Somehow they get this stuff out fast as shit. I mean, we're talking like 4 days to mail it out and then 4 days for him to mail it back. And they only have it for maybe a week or 2 in between. I think that's quite phenomenal given all the work that they're doing. If you just check out their social media, you can see like racks of receivers they're coating or silencers or whatever it is at that time. But yeah, I think this is an absolutely beautiful coating for this, and I wish that PTR would just do this from the beginning rather than screw around with a finish. And they kind of did it half-assed because this front sight here slips into there and gets pinned in. Now that's all fine and everything, but for whatever reason, PTR specifically inserts this, pins it in place, and then paints over it so you can't replace the front sight at all. I might go with this. Oops, see? Hey, look, no scratches. I might go with this for a little while, but I'm going to change out the front sight to a more visible sight. And probably not going with optics for this one. I think I'm going to take advantage of HK's sights because they are fun to use and they are very intuitive to use. Sorry, it's hard to hold all this crap. Yeah, I'll just kind of go through a little slow here so you can see done perfectly. These aren't scratches. These are, I just have a dusty place right now. You're seeing a lot of dust on here. I wish that the camera could pick this up properly because with my own eyes, it's much blacker. And just for comparison, try and get that close up. As you can tell, the top one is a little bit more military-esque. This one's a little more nicer. I wouldn't say this one isn't nice, it's just that this looks like a higher-end black, which looks good on higher-end guns, and then graphite black looks better on, I guess, lower-end guns, or anything that you want to look like it's in a military role, I guess. But yeah, that is all. Just wanted to share with this. I'm probably not going to have too much going on with this on social media or any pictures or videos anytime soon, at least not till the end of next month when I get everything I need to put this back together. I got a new handguard coming in. I got a new SEF lower coming in, or not lower, trigger pack, and then a different brace than the usual. So stay tuned for that. Charger Arms LLC, 6 out of 5 stars.